What up? Quentin Tarantino time. Sure, y'all hear everything in the background microwave. Hold on, y'all. Here. How's everybody doing tonight? About to run my mouth about Quentin Tarantino a little bit. My favorite director of all time. Oh, I forgot to mute my TV. Oh, man. Alright. Okay. Let's do this. No. Just cuz. Alright. Yes, yes. Quentin. Okay. Ugh, doing all the wrong things. Alright. I'm not going to run y'all his whole bio down. Because, y'all can go to Wikipedia for that foolishness. I'm not on mute. Alright. Just making sure I'm not on mute. But I can tell you that he was born in 1963 in Knoxville, Tennessee. And he currently has a wife and 2 children. But that ain't what I'm here for. Quentin's a man. When I think of movies, it's not just about the stories that they're telling you. Like I said before, I like to think about directors because it's the director's vision, I guess. It may not be his story or her story. They may not have had nothing to do with the screenplay or the book or anything, but like it's his direction that brings us the story that we see, and that's why I tend to like directors more than I do actual actors. And there are even movies that I just won't go see because I didn't care for the director, or like it's just not really in my wheelhouse. Like I might catch it when it's free or something. But Tarantino's my favorite. He could do no wrong for me. I know that he's controversial. Oh man. I know that he can be controversial with his use of the N word, not just from his own mouth, but from other actors in his movies. Um, that is controversial. I guess if you're trying to like in Django, like the movie Django, for instance, he caught some smoke for that. But if you're telling a movie about a specific time and that was the language that was being used, recklessly, no doubt, but like it would seem weird to me that he wouldn't include it in the movie, if that makes sense to you. Like it just seemed weird to me that it wouldn't. Someone in the movie didn't say it anywhere. Like someone had to say it somewhere in the movie. Um, but I do. He is mm, creepy, uh, dark, inappropriate, and hilarious. He's got a great eye. I love his vision. I don't know how many movies you guys have seen. I've seen every single movie except for one. He made this one called. It was recently 2019. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's the only one I haven't seen. Um, I know most people know him from, or when they think of him, they think of Pulp Fiction, or Django, and Kill Bill. Like those are the three. That's it. And then people don't really know much more about him. Um, him and Robert Rodriguez also together have done the Grindhouse movies. Did you see, Planet Terror and Death Sentence? What was it called? Death Proof. Death Proof and Planet Terror came out as a package deal under the Grindhouse brand. The Grindhouse was Rob Zombie, Robert Rodriguez, and Quentin Tarantino. And the three of them, they wrote, directed, and whatnot those 2 movies. Rob Zombie's another. He's a musician, director. I don't know if Zombie's been in any of his own movies. I've seen quite a few of his movies too. I'm not sure if he's in them, but Zombie's a little darker. Like he's a little strange. But the three of them together, It was magic. It was magic. Hey Bernice, how are you? Dust till dawn. That was your jam. That was your shit. That was your shit, huh, Bernice? Yeah, the first one was really great. The second one, it wasn't my favorite, but the first one was really good. I like the first one, especially when they were in the bar and what's his name? Is it Jim Brown? Is that his name? And then the dude with the gun, for a dick. I'm sorry, that's what it is. He had a, if you haven't seen From Dusk Till Dawn, there's a scene where there's this man and he's sitting in a bar, and all of a sudden this flap on the crotch of his pants opens up and a gun is pointing at you. Dick gun. Call that a dick gun. Pow pow. hmm Um, I was looking earlier. For some reason, I thought he had something to do with True Romance. I don't know why I thought he did, but he didn't. But I don't know why I put that in the fold. That was weird. But Inglorious Bastards is my favorite. If you haven't seen this movie, you should. Have you seen that movie in the kitchen? You were there in the kitchen? Sir, in the kitchen. Have you seen Inglorious Bastards? You haven't. You should. It's amazing. It's about a small group of military men led by one Bradley Pitt that are sent into Germany to kill Hitler. It's a great fucking movie. It's a great fucking movie. You think Pulp Fiction is overrated, Tampa? Why do you say that? What makes you say that? I may or may not agree with you. It definitely isn't my favorite Tarantino flick. I know most people say, it's the thing that pops in their head when they think of Tarantino is Pulp Fiction. Most people, if you ask them and they're a fan of him, they usually say Reservoir Dogs is their favorite. But Pulp Fiction is what he's known for, the most that pops out. And then later, Django. There's another movie that it's like lesser known movie to a lot of people, and unless you're a Tarantino fan, you probably never heard of it. Definitely never seen it, but it's called Four Rooms. Another excellent flick. Meaning behind the movie, all about shock value. Okay. Four Rooms is great. It's a comedy. Another thing that Tarantino does, similar to Apatow and Spike Lee, like use the same people over and over in their movies. I like that they do that. Those three directors in particular. Tarantino does that same, you know, just keep recycling them. Steve Buscemi, he's one of my favorite ones. He's in all, he's in like all of Tarantino's flicks. Steve Buscemi. What's up, Grit? So sorry. Four Rooms. It's a comedy. Um, it's an all-star cast, I believe. It takes place on New Year's Eve in a hotel, and this dude, it's his first day on the job, and he's left to be in charge of the hotel because everybody else is out partying. And it's about four particular rooms in the hotel, and there's some shit going on in each room that he's got to deal with. It's a great movie. Check it out if you ever come across it. Four Rooms, highly recommended. Hilarious. Jackie Brown was a great movie, man. I agree that it was underrated. I agree with you on that, Tampa. Absolutely. Absolutely. Great fucking movie. I love Pamela Greer. She's great. Room shaker, shaker. I'm gonna start saying it like that one dude. I've been practicing room shaker. Room shaker, shaker. I can't. I don't got it yet. I'm working on it. What's your favorite Quentin Tarantino flick? Room shaker. If you have one. If you're still here, she be in and out. Your favorite film of all time, Tampa, or just your favorite Tarantino film? And why just the first one? Why not the second one? I got questions. I thank you for being here and having this conversation with me. I appreciate it. I don't know what this is playing in the background. I mean, I know who it is, but I don't know that song. I don't know why I have music playing in the background today. I just didn't feel like being up here in dead silence. It's just, I don't know. Oh, and yesterday, the last stream I did, it was weird when I went back to listen to it just a little bit. There was all these clicks happening. It was like click, 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 until I put my headphones in. So I don't know what the hell that's about, but hopefully I'm not clicking right now. I could be. Y'all won't tell me. Y'all just let me click on. Click away. See? Okay, let me get in the chat. A favorite film from him. A favorite film of all time. Baby boy, can I ask you, Tampa? Hey, Kyle. What's your favorite Tarantino movie, Kyle? Can I ask you, Tampa? I don't need to know if you're a male or female, but your age range. I'm old. I'm old. Old white lady. I'm 52. I'm old. My white. I don't know what the hell that means. Hold on, wait. So I'm trying to do three things at one time. Um, what was it? Okay, okay. Whew, my brain had to catch up with my hand. Or the other way around? Oh, no. Mm. What? I'm having such a hard time right now, y'all. Thank you for just sitting here while I'm 34. Yeah, I'm a lot older than you. Baby boy. I like Baby Boy. I like Baby Boy a lot, actually. Especially because of Ving Rhames. I'm a huge Ving Rhames fan. You know, he's great. He's one of the. I think Ving Rhames is underrated. I was watching. I'm just not talking about Quentin Tarantino at all anymore. I'm just going on and on. Let me see what else I got on my list. Did you like From Dusk Till Dawn? Did you like the second one? Everybody likes From Dusk Till Dawn. Men, I'm sorry, men, because of that Salma Hayek scene with the yellow snake. You men, I swear. That's y'all shit. Oh, Selma. Yeah, that's okay, Kyle. You can be 19, babe. There's nothing wrong with you being 19. It's just because I'm an older woman, I have a lot more. I have a bigger catalog because I watch a lot more. You know, I've been around longer, seen a lot more shit. So when Tampa, I'm gonna say you're a male, um, 34-year-old male. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense that Baby Boy would be more in his age range to be a favorite movie, as opposed to Pulp Fiction. That's all I'm saying. Pulp Fiction is like, not to say that he didn't know what Pulp Fiction is. You know what the? I hope y'all know what the fuck I'm trying to say. It sounds good in my head. My mouth, it ain't coming. My mouth is like, no, bitch, you're saying it all wrong. But in my head, I'm killing it. In my head, I'm killing it. Hold on, y'all. This is my part. Maybe this will amp you up a little bit. That little shit gets me amped up, man. I love that song. I wasn't gonna sing it for y'all because you do not want to hear that. It gets me amped up. I love that song. Okay, Kyle. Kyle is 19. That's so. Oh yeah, I got a list. See, I had to write shit down because y'all don't know. I clam up here. I freak out. All right, I got a list. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about his awards. So he's been nominated 88 times for all kinds of awards. He's had 35 wins, 2 Academy Awards, 2 British Academy Film Awards, one Cannes Film Festival Award, four Critics' Choice Awards, and two Independent Spirit Awards. Boom! I had to put that out there. Uh huh. We talked about those. Yeah. How did y'all feel about the Hateful Eight? Now remember, I told y'all the last time we was up here how I feel about westerns. Grit, you remember? You remember? Do you remember what I had said about westerns, Grit? What I say, Grit? You heard what I said. You was here when I said it. Mm-mm. So I'm conflicted, right? Tarantino, and it's not. Yeah, I ain't care for that shit. I ain't going front. Hateful Eight. It was really dry. It was really long, and there was no action in that shit until the last like 7 minutes. Like seriously, there was this huge build up, and then nothing until. Yeah, I didn't care for that one. Yeah, I know, babe. I know about the scene. That was traumatic for a lot of people. Um, that was that. That's what Quentin is good at. That throwing little shit at you like that. Some shit you would never think of. To be that would happen in that way in that movie. Like it came out of nowhere. Two dudes are chasing each other, trying to kill each other. There's a damn car wreck. They fumble out of this car and they're shooting at each other, chasing each other down the street, right? Trying to kill each other. One's running from the other, and take refuge in a store. Good lord, right? Who would have thought? That's why I love this dude so much, because he's just so weird. It's so. When people say you can't make this shit up, they can, and he has. They can, and he has. Too much. Grit, he does do too much. Are you familiar with any of more of his movies, or just a couple? Like I don't know the extent of your relationship or knowledge, relationship, whatever you want to call it, with one Mr. Quentin Tarantino. Tarantino. I like how he does cameos in all his movies. I like that too. Him and Spike Lee, they both do that. I like that. Did you see Reservoir Dogs? Grip. Most men really like that movie. Ugh, most men love that movie. If you've seen it, jeez, it's about um gang of we don't call them a gang, a group of men who are enlisted by the some sort of mob boss to go and rob this diamond the jewelry store, and they're all anonymous to each other. They don't know each other's real names. They've all been assigned code names, and all these code names are colors: Mr. White, Mr. Green, Mr. Blue. You get it. It's called Reservoir Dogs. Here, I'll type it in the chat. Yes, I forgot how to spell reservoir. I wrote it down. Good. And I think I spelled it wrong when I wrote it down. I don't know if I spelled it right or not, but boom. That's what it's called, grit. I think I spelled it wrong, but there it is. It's really good. So all these guys, they have to do this diamond jewelry store heist for these diamonds, and they're all working for one man and his son, and we know the man and his son's name. I think his name was Joe. Was it Joe? Anyway, and so these 7 or 8 of them, they all have to go, by their code names: white, yellow. I don't think it was yellow. There was a white. Mr. Pink bitched the whole time because he didn't like the fact that his name was Mr. Pink. It was hilarious. Then there was an orange and a blue, and so on, black, and so on. And so the heist is messed up. Mr. White went nuts and shot everybody up because he's a goddamn nut. There's quite a few amazing scenes in this movie, especially one where they take a cop hostage. I'm not going to tell you all the beautiful things that happen in that scene, but they are hilarious and horrific at the same time. I love Quentin Tarantino, man. That's my dude. He's so strange. And then Natural Born Killers, um, it was directed by Oliver Stone, but Tarantino, he wrote the story. It was his story. Oliver Stone directed it. So, Natural Born Killers was my shit. Did you see that, Grit? Natural Born Killers? Right? Hey, Night Queen, right? Oh, I love Natural Born Killers. That was my shit. Yeah, yeah. I went to the theater and saw that. I love it. Tarantino's so. Death Proof is another one. If you've never seen Death Proof, it was coupled, like I said earlier, when it was released with Planet Terror, and they were, it was called the Grindhouse little gimmick, whatever he had going on. I don't want to make fun of you about your thing, sir, but the Death Proof one was great. It was about a serial killer who was killing women with his car. And first he stalked them down, like he stalked them down, like he stalked them down, 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 and then he killed him with his car. Great fucking movie. He's twisted. This Tarantino, love it. I still gotta see the only one that got away from me. I'm going to. It's on my list. Which one have you seen, Grit? I was just running my mouth. I wasn't even looking at the. I was looking at this video that's playing on my television. Actually, I zoned out. I was just running my mouth. I do that. Oh, we have such nice weather today. Super nice having a window open. Beautiful. People bring Tarantino smoke a lot. I've heard it, and it's normally just the N word thing. That's controversial. I guess it would depend upon who you are and how you look at it, whether you take offense to it or not. I guess I myself, I have not, but why would I? You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel about that. The school, yeah, yeah. I really like Woody Harrelson. Woody, to me, I don't give a shit what Woody does. He can play the most serious role ever, and he's just, I always laugh at his stupid face, and it's all because of Cheers. You know what I'm saying? Cheers ruined Woody for me. I've seen him play some serious roles and shit, and some creepy roles, but he's still his stupid face. That's like Vince Vaughn. He's another one. I don't give a shit how many serial killers Vince Vaughn plays. He's still a goofy. He's just a goofy. I like. I was watching a Marvel movie yesterday, and I was, you always got to spot the Stan, right? And I like doing that, spotting the Tarantino in movies, all his movies. I like that. I think that's I think that's a cool thing to be able to do. It's kind of like a signature on your work. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about that. Uh, yeah, I don't know why I thought that he had. I don't know why I thought he did something with True Romance. I do not know why I thought that. That's so weird of me. Oh, Lady Brain. I'm gonna have to start getting some ginkgo biloba or something, some ginseng, some. Planet Terror was good too. Did y'all see Planet Terror? It was coupled with, like I said, Death Proof. That was directed by Robert Rodriguez, but the two of them did a lot of shit together. They have similar styles in their directing. That was a pretty good one. If you like zombies, zombie apocalypse. I'm not a fan, but it was a good movie. I'm not a fan of the apocalypse. Fucking zombies. When I was younger, man, zombies could barely move. and they went, and they can't. You could hear their feet dragging, scrape, scrape. Like you have hella time to get away. Now, man, did you see that Planet Z? They're climbing walls and holy shit! The evolution of the zombie. I like how Tarantino switches up his style of movie. Like Four Rooms is a complete comedy. There's no horror about it at all. It's just straight up comedy. There's some crazy shit that happens in it, but and it's an all star cast. Madonna's in it. Him himself, he's in it. Bruce Willis. The one chick who played the Flash dancer girl, I can't never remember her name. Her. And then some crazy serial killer shit like Death Proof. And then some shit like Django. You know what I mean? Just back and forth with these different styles. The man is a genius. The man is a genius. Kill Bill, right? That's like the, karate, I guess, a shout out to like Asian karate, samurai, all that shit. All of that. That's how I look at like his movies are like shout outs. Sort of. Pulp Fiction was a really good movie because it was a really great idea to put it, in movie form. Um, I can't think of one that did it before that. The way that he did it. I'm not saying he did it first, but his was definitely memorable. To take stories out of order like that, and you got to try to figure out what the hell you just watched. The Rubik's Cube of a movie. I love it. Yay! What's up, Quan? Exactly, Grit. I just said a minute ago. You hear it every day. You can't make this shit up. You can. And he did. You can. And he did. Oh, I like the song. My grandbaby don't like Bruno Mars. Every time I see Bruno Mars now, I just start laughing. Thinking of my grandbaby screaming and shit. No kind of Bruno Mars. Not even Sesame Street Bruno Mars. He don't fuck around. I still fuck with you, Bruno. Some crazy stuff, Grit. Inglorious Bastards, man, it's so good. When it came out, I was so amped to see it because he hadn't made a movie in a minute. He hadn't made a movie in a while, and I was excited when it came out. And when you watch it, it's subtitles. Good 75% of the damn movie is subtitles. So for me, I like to, if you're reading the subtitles, you have to hurry up and read it, and then try to see what's going on up there, and the next scene is already here, and you're gonna miss some shit. So the first time I watched it, I read the subtitles. But then I just straight up watched it back. And it's like a 2 hour movie. It's pretty long. It might even be a little longer than that. I watched it back to back. And, the second time I watched it, I didn't need to read the subtitles because I already knew what was happening. It's a great movie. If you're one of these talented people that's able to read subtitles and still enjoy the movie, then you don't got to do what I did. Me, I'm not so talented. You understand? Yeah. Great movie. Tony Scott. I don't know why I thought that Tarantino. That was so weird. It's messing with me a little bit. A little bit. All right. Well, I ran out of ways to blow Tarantino publicly. Has anyone seen that movie though? While I'm still here, uh, what was it called? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I've never even heard of it, honestly. When I was just earlier snagging a little picture of him off Google to make it as my thumbnail, which I suck at, by the way. But you get the you know who I'm trying to talk about. Yeah, I seen that he made a movie in 2019. Then not only did I not, see, but I never even heard of it. I'm about to look for it. Grit, did you watch the movie for Saturday yet? We're not going to talk about it right now, but did you watch it? It's called Within. Saturday night at 8, we're talking about Within. It's also labeled as crawl space. So it's like within slash crawl space. It's everywhere. It's like YouTube, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Voodoo, Hoodoo, You Like it's everywhere. Saturday night at 8. What's up, West? Well, Grit, get to watching it. We're talking about it Saturday night at 8. I got some shit to say, too. I got some shit to say. Make me listen to the same song back to back? What kind of shit as you want? YouTube. I ain't trying to play me. Me and my grandbaby's little playlist. That's hilarious. I'm looking. I was trying to skip my television to go to a song just to have in the background, and there's like, listen again. It's all me and my grandbaby's rock session. That ain't none of y'all business. That ain't your business. 80s music. All right. Let's see what you got, YouTube. Okay. YouTube gave me the 80s mix. First up is Africa by Toto. All right, YouTube, good looking out. You know what I've meant, Grit. Whatever. All the places you go to find movies. There's like 4 million places to go find movies. You could go on. Is it still a thing? What was it called? I used to get the illegal movies on the laptop. That was my shit. I forget what it was called. I wonder if it's still a thing. Probably. Oh no, Grit. I'm watching. Okay. I have three devices happening right now. I have my laptop, which is where StreamYard is running. I'm looking at my phone, which is where I'm commenting in the chat and watching the chat. And then on my television across the room, I got YouTube playing music videos in the background just because it sucks when it's just me up here. Especially when I get stumbling and I can't talk and I pause. You hear a little musical stylings of Toto in the background. Little smooth stylings. Ooh. I had to wait for that part. I was waiting for it. I haven't heard this song in years. So nobody saw that movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm gonna have to look for that. Oh, the music thing. You know what? There was a while back where I didn't mess with my StreamYard for it was a good 3 months. I didn't go live or anything. And when I opened my laptop and went to it, there was all this shit that I had missed out on. This in the background and this new way to edit and a new way to save and all this shit. I missed all that shit. I missed out on all of the things. Oh shit! I zoned out in the video. Great, you should go live more often. I'll be there. I was I was thinking about a situation it's kind of bugging me a little bit, pulling at me a little bit, with this YouTube thing. You know, a while back, I had this person a little bit chastise me a little bit for going to a specific channel. Um, they made a couple comments, like I'll say what they said. They said, "Why do you keep going over there? Um, why do you allow yourself to be disrespected that way?" Like those are the comments coming at me from this person, right? That was a minute ago, like 8 months ago or something. It was a minute ago. It was a grip ago. It didn't stop me from going there. I still went, right? So then yesterday, I'm on this channel, and this man, trying to be real vague here, but make you understand what I mean at the same time. This man was showing someone else's stream, a video from a couple weeks ago, and he was showing it and he was making fun of it. He was clowning the person and making fun of him and whatever. So I'm watching it, and as I'm watching this man clown this video from 2 weeks ago, the man's video who from 2 weeks ago he shouted out. All right, all right. The man whose video that we were watching from 2 weeks ago was this very chat that I got chastised for being in. Okay, so I'm watching this other person make fun of him, and then so while we're watching the man whose channel I got chastised for being at, we're clowning him. We're watching it. Guess whose name he shouts out for being in the same very chat I got chastised for? I'll give you 3 guesses. Time's up. The very person that chastised me 8 months ago. So then I wonder what changed in that specific chat from 8 months ago, so just like 2 weeks ago or so, that made it acceptable now to go into that chat for him. Maybe me too, I don't know. But definitely for him, like he can go there now. So it was bugging me a little bit because, like, I don't know. It just was. A little bit. What's up, Kampala? How are you? Just a little bit. Oh, I got Prince and okay, Prince. We were talking about Tarantino, Kampala. Are you a fan? Do you have a favorite movie? Do you think he sucks? Fuck him. Oh, I didn't give it my oh well, I can't really do that with directors. I'll just do that with movies. I don't want to give directors cookies. I think next Wednesday, I'm going to talk about a director that I don't like. How about that? Switch it up on y'all. Last week, I talked about a movie that I didn't like. It was ass. I mean, it was really bad. Except for some of the imagery was cool. But I didn't like it at all. Kampala, you don't know no movies that you like by Tarantino? My favorite was Inglourious Basterds. I've said it a couple times. I'm still tight about what I just said, Grit. Should I be tight or a little like, how dare you chastise me for some shit that you're doing now 8 months later? Uh, what the fuck? Hmm. Publicly chastise me. You know, it's not like it was in private. Said that shit in the chat. Why you keep going over there? That kind of thing. And now you over there. 8 months later. Okay, all right, all right, all right. Hmm. Hmm. What? Fuck you say. Ha! How dare you? Blasphemy! Take that! Take that! How dare you? I might shun you in these streets. I don't know. How dare you? Take that. I got all worked up, Grit. You see what I gotta do? You see what I gotta do to people? You see what I gotta do, Grit? You see that? You know? You can't let them talk shit. Like the dude that said that shit to me 8 months ago. I should have talked shit, and I probably wouldn't be a little bit, feeling a little bit of way about it right now. If 8 months ago when he said what he said to me, I should have responded. Go where the fuck I want to go. You know what I'm saying? I should have said, but I didn't. My fault. I will not have any of it, Kampala. Oh yeah, it was on. You ain't hear? You ain't read what he said? Oh no, it was. No, great. It was. It was very much on purpose. Take that. I said take that. You didn't hear me? Grit. When I said take that, that's what I meant. Take that. Don't come up in here with that. Kampala. I know. Oops. It was very intentional. With the strong finger. Full intent. I crack myself up. Hopefully he knows I'm just fucking with him. He might not though. I never know. Listen to me. I legitimately look at what I saw earlier today. I was watching a live stream, and there was two ladies up there. It was one lady. It was her channel, and she had a guest, and they were talking, and it was real cordial, and there was no yelling or anything, and so it was kind of boring. I'll admit it was kind of boring, and so I left and went over. Ironically, I went to Nandy's shit. Nandy was live, so I went and checked on Nandy. Nandy was getting it in, and then I don't know, something happened. I left, went back to the other channel, and not only was the one lady gone, but two new whole ladies were up there, and they were dragging the one lady. And it was just a space of like 5 minutes. These ladies all fell out. I was like, damn, what happened? Why? Why? What's up? Why? Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
What's
Happy
up?
belated Valentine's Day.
Back at you.
Why you seem so distraught every time like I thought we was working towards something.
What's your favorite Tarantino flick?
Pulp Fiction.
Why?
Because it's the funniest movie ever.
Ever of all time?
Well, not all time, but it's
Oh,
hella.
okay.
I mean, you got Bruce Willis, you got Vin Rames, you got Samuel L, you got John Travolta as a he on that kangaroo.
All right.
And then you got I forgot her name, a little Russian lady. She was on the powder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was hella funny.
What about Django?
Nah, I don't too much like those type. Yeah,
Is it because of
yeah.
the talk about
But
it?
I mean, it's just like I just don't like the whole like slavery thing. It's just
Slavery.
yeah.
I got to tell you, I agree with you, T. Doug. It seems like every year there's at least one or two new, slave movies and sports movies. Every year, it's like the same regurgitated, like content.
But I
Like I
like
could
the
see
play
it.
on it.
Yeah, yeah, right. Like that. That's when something comes along that changes it a little bit. Those movies can be interesting for me. Like what football movies? They're all whack to me, but there's a few that were really great. Like Any Given Sunday, that was a great
Oh,
football
yeah.
movie, right? Or Rudy, I liked Rudy. I did. I liked Rudy. There's some football movies. Remember the Titans. You know what I'm saying? But so like for me, slave movies. When something happens like he did with Django, it'll make you want to watch it.
Yeah. You want to know a little fun fact with that?
I
Uh,
love fun facts.
Leonardo DiCaprio, when he actually hit the skull and
Cut
he
his hand.
cut his hand in real life, and he just
Yeah,
impromptu the whole thing.
he did an amazing job, didn't he?
Man, that's crazy. I know he was in pain.
I actually knew that fun fact, and yeah, that was he did a great job. Go Leo. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's serious with his acting. That's some unheard of shit. But when you take your craft serious, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of performance you get, the
Yeah.
output. Now, if only our regular people would be like that, that perseverance and know how and dedication. Like, we wouldn't have time to do all this extra stuff. Maybe make less slave movies, more like that one movie we was talking about the other time. The movie where we had cultures clashing. Like, I like those movies.
Oh, you people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like what Jordan Peele is doing.
What do you do
Um
this time?
no, I'm saying I like his horror genre.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
weird to see them do it.
yeah, well, it's I never I'm not a horror fan, but it's definitely great to see black horror films. I'm enjoying it. That's for sure. Because the black people, they always die first in horror movies. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I hope he makes 20 more.
Yeah, he's definitely talented. I didn't see it coming from a comedian, but he really dark.
Yeah, yeah, it's for sure.
He dark as shit.
That's why I like Quentin. He's dark as shit. Love it. Just some creepy ass shit. Like we were talking me and Grit a minute ago. We were talking about the scene in Pulp Fiction. With Ving Rhames. We don't have to talk about it in detail, but you know what scene I'm talking about.
Oh
Like
yeah,
who who would who would expect that to happen in a movie like that? Came out of nowhere. That scene, right?
right.
Like who the fuck? This twisted mind. Like he's a freak. Love him. I love Quentin.
Yeah, on that other movie too with Pamela Greer.
Jackie Brown. Great movie.
Yeah, that was some weird
Yeah, yeah.
going on in that too.
He's always got some weird shit. There, I was just talking about this movie called Four Rooms, and most people don't. It's not a bigger, well-known movie, but I tell you what, is so good. And it's just some weird shit. Like why you wouldn't think? Why is this happening? Who thinks of this shit? Like who twisted mind?
Hey, you know what? I'm about to watch it right now. It was thank
Four Rooms.
you, lady. Yep. I'll call
Oh,
you back later.
watch it. All right,
All right, bro.
all right. I sold one Tarantino. I think he owes me like $20 or something for that. I got you a view. I got you a view, Quentin. I got you, boo. Right, Grit? I'm sorry, I was just not reading your comment about people telling you where you can go. Yes, it was strange to hear that from a person on YouTube ask me that question. Like, what? But anyway, Quentin, you know, I will end this by saying to you, if I could suggest one Tarantino film, if you never heard of him before, and you wanted to know what kind of a director he was, or get a feel of his craft, that's a good word, craft, I would definitely suggest Inglorious Bastards. That's a for sure. All right, I'm going to see you on Saturday. We're going to talk about Within. Like I said, sometimes it's labeled as crawl space. I'm not going to talk about it right now. I refuse. Go watch all the Quentin Tarantino movies you can find. Gobble them up. Love Quentin. He's the man. Like, I don't know what else to say. Go, Quentin, go. I got to give me some pom-poms. Give me a cue. You got choke, you got choke, right? And start doing a little cheerleading. All right, anyway. Until next time, peace.